Hitch, the one you see here on the top is the 16K. The one on the bottom is the 18K with the slider option. Okay. They're also available in a 22K, 22,000 pound. All three are available in either fixed or non-moving and slider. We've got 11 degrees of tilt side to side. We've got a wonderful latching system with a lot of great visual safety features. So when the customer hooks up with the fifth wheel hitch, there's no doubt in their mind that their hitch is locked. So if I move the lever from the unlock to the load position, and now if you'll watch right up here in the mirror and watch this red piece and black piece, and as I slide the kingpin in to simulate you backing up under the fifth wheel hitch, you'll see how those two pieces come into alignment and then that gold pin pushes in through that hole. Now you can look, if you don't have a toolbox blocking your view, you can look in the rear view mirror in your truck and you can see here without a doubt your hitch is locked. You come around, you're going to plug the electrical cord in. You can look in here and you can see this red piece that's come up behind the two jaws, and it's clearly labeled locked. There's nothing left to the imagination. A secondary latch where the head fits into the cross member, so even after the pin is removed, the head will not come up out of the cross member until you lift up on this piece and pivot it to the side. And that's on both sides.
What's the benefit of that?
If this pin comes out for whatever reason, you didn't get the clip in, some kids were up there monkey jacking with it, whatever, this is going to hold the head down in that cross member until you lift up on this piece and pivot it out of the way.
Okay.
These are our industry standard base rails. This is our 16 to 22,000 pound version. We've made them out of a slightly thicker material, and we've made them a little bit taller profile to make them more rigid. Most of our competitors' base rails are only rated to 18 or 20,000 pounds, but because we offer a 22,000 pound hitch, we needed a 22,000 pound rail. We also have this rail where it's punched out to work either with a 4-bolt style installation or a 10-bolt style installation. So that means if a customer comes in and he's already got frame brackets on his truck, you know these rails are going to work no matter which style brackets they are. Fully rated 22,000 pounds when used with a fifth wheel hitch, or if you happen to use the gooseneck ball and plate, you're rated to 30,000 pounds. Now the hitch down on the bottom is one of our manual slider type hitches. And it has a secondary safety pin that goes right here that keeps the slide actuation handle from being moved until you remove that safety pin. So when you're going to go from the forward or the travel position, which has the weight of the hitch weight of the trailer centered up over the axle of the truck, to the maneuver position where that hitch has slid back 9 inches, what you're going to do is cock that handle forward and pull out on it. That releases the lock. Now you would get back in your truck, you would hold the electric brake controller to lock the trailer brakes, and you would slowly pull the truck forward, which would then slide the hitch to the back. Now you've moved 9 inches further away from the back of the cab of the hitch, providing you with additional turning clearance. So when you're trying to maneuver either in the campground or your storage lot or wherever you happen to be. You're getting ready to get back out on the road, you just reverse that. Again, you cock the handle forward. Now on this time you're going to push in on it. You get back into your truck, you hold your electric brakes, you back the truck up, which then forces the hitch to slide forward, and now you're back up in the travel position over the bed of the truck. This is a sample of the slider mechanism. Now I've turned it around backwards so that you can see the visual indicator. You have one of these on the front of each of the two sides of the slider. And you notice we have a red finger and a gold rod. When this is in a locked position, whether it's all the way back over the axle or all the way towards the tailgate in the maneuvering position, this gold rod is going to be all the way up on one side or the other of that red finger. If this gold rod is in any other position on either side, that's your red flag that says I'm not locked. So So before you pull forward and try to do anything, you need to make sure that this gets locked into place. This component right here is the custom wedge designed to work with the Eaz-Lift fifth wheel hitches when you have the likes of a Reese Sidewinder or Reese Revolution pivoting pin box. So a lot of your small lightweight fifth wheels now are coming with that pivoting pin box, which allows you to tow that behind things like a Ford F-150 that has a 5.5 or a 5'8" bed, whatever it is. Otherwise, you couldn't do it without using something like, say for instance, a pull-right 12K automatic sliding fifth wheel hitch, which are very expensive. They're very heavy to take in and out of the bed of the truck. This wedge and the pivoting style pin box allows you to use a conventional fixed fifth wheel hitch, and this locks into place when you hook up to disable the pivot on the kingpin and force that whole pin box on the front of the trailer to pivot when you're making turns. The custom fit wedge fits so much nicer than the universal wedge that comes with those pin boxes. In fact, when I worked at the dealership, we had so many complaints from customers and how difficult it was to get them to hook up and latch properly. We quit using the universal wedge and used nothing but the custom wedges that were specifically designed for whichever fifth wheel hitch they had. So, but with Eaz-Lift offering this as an optional item, now you don't have to go to the competitor to buy that. You can buy it the same place you're buying your